Hello and welcome back. Today is episode 2 of my Bloodborne playthrough. And also, for anyone who doesn't know, if you've used up all your insight, the doll kind of goes back to chilling. So that's always fun. Anyway, it's on to the next boss. Or eventually on to the next boss. So, what we're going to want to do here is run through until we reach Old Yharnam. Might take a little while, though. And from here we can also start gathering people, but personally I like to do that once we've killed a few things. Also, these guys are real fun. You can kill them just about any time. Like, look at that. Look at how easy they are to kill. I mean, the second they start about to swing... Ah, I missed. They have a very long riposte animation, and also, right there is one of the big monster things that you can find a lot later in the game. Now, I believe there's stuff I can get back this way if I just ignore you. So we're going to just run on past him, run on past these guys. I guess get your attention, huh? Okay, that was very close. Looks like okay, so from here, I believe there are 1 or 2 upgrade items that we can get to. There's that little guy, which we can just chase down. If we don't get our camera stuck, I don't see him anymore. So here's the thing, once you don't see him anymore, you just run down. Because there's still free stuff. That's one of the few bad things with Bloodborne. Since it's an old game, the camera's not set to you exactly. If you aren't careful, you can get your camera hung on things and have it, like, lag way back. Also, now this guy's way up there. Which now, technically, we still want that little thing, but is it worth going all the way back? Not really. Actually, there should be something over here, though. No? I thought I remembered... Ah, it's right here. Monocular. What does it do? I don't know. Is it an item? Yes. And I will grab it. Now we run on through. Trying to remember where this thing is. And lock him in. Yes. If I remember right, there should be... Oh, yeah. There's actually a boss right over there. And actually, that's a very late game area. Or mid-game, I should say. Which can get us a lot of upgrade items, but we would need 20,000 echoes before we can unlock it. Which is a little steep for this point of the game, but if you save, you can easily get it, so meh. It is what it is. I don't really like bothering with it just because we can just get there just as quick by following the normal path. Wait, did I? Oh, okay, I did start. I got scared there for a second because I don't remember if I started or not. Now in Bloodborne, dogs can see you no matter where you are. As you can see. This guy is a genius. Like, just look at how quick he was to hit. I know, even though we aren't going to be really using the cold brew or the Molotovs anymore, I like to have them. When I bet this guy dropped a blood vial. 2. That's spiffy. And even a bullet. There should be someone hiding in this room up here somewhere, if I remember right. Yeah, there he is. He blends in really well, and I never remember him. Like, I never remember that he's there and just walk past him. But he's never hit me in that little thing. So he always just starts going crazy behind me. And it terrifies me. But it doesn't do anything. Yeah, the dogs in Bloodborne are very, very annoying, to say the least. Actually, that's just the majority of normal enemies in this game. Because they aren't that difficult to kill, it's just they're annoying as all get out. Okay, now that we're in here, we should go that way to pull a lever to open up the floor to the actual old Yharnam. But we gotta talk to our buddy over here. Member of the church.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned?
Now we want to accept this because he gives us fire paper, which is
good.
coming real handy for this
Very
next
good
boss.
indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance. Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way.
And you can also just casually talk to him, but he doesn't really say anything useful. Anyway, there are 2 things here. Go this way, pull that. There's nothing on that ledge, so we can just go ahead and run over here, grab the knowledge, and hop. Well, anyway, I believe I haven't asked a question yet. So how is everyone doing today? I hope y'all doing well, at least. Ah, sweet. We actually got one of the few things we want. But sadly, I don't believe that little guy responds, so... oh well. Oh wait, yeah. The item's right up here. I almost forgot about that. Antidote is something you use to cure poison in this game, but I've never really used it, I don't think. Because normally by the time you are, like, poisoned in this game, you're either going to be dead, like, it takes a lot to poison you in this game. So by the time you are poisoned, you're probably either dead, or you've already gotten away and you're probably going to make it to a land before you die. Let's go ahead and check and see if we can't upgrade the Saw Spear now. We should be able to, I think. Yes, because we have. Okay, now we need twin bloodstones. We can upgrade our gun ones. And we can finally put blood gems on. Ooh, this one does more attack and boosts some of our stuff. We don't have anything for our gun yet, and we don't have any of the runes, or I think that's what they are still, runes. Touch it. There we go. To Old Yharnam we go. Well, to enter Old Yharnam is this big door on our left. And there is something we want right before we go through, and also, this town is long abandoned. Hunters do not want here. Which is really weird spelling, I know. Hunters not want here. But I believe it's supposed to be like, hunters are not wanted here. Oh wait, that's not something we wanted. Oh well. Well, we might have upgraded ourselves a tad early, but yeah, that's not that big a problem. We can hop over this way. I think there's something we can get for free right here. Yeah, torch. We don't really need to fight those guys. Can't open this door yet, which is a shortcut to the starting area, which, it's good to know. You know, we might only be able to fight the one boss this episode just because it's a long run all the way there. And plus I kind of took this slight detour to get this one item, which isn't even that good. Well, I guess it's kind of good if we want to go upgrading our levels and all that, but there's an easier way to do that.
Hunter! Didn't you see the
There's a guy right there on the clock tower.
Turn back at once.
There's that.
Old Yharnam.
I don't care.
Turn back. For the hunter.
I don't think there's anything back this way, is there? Oh, there is. I don't remember this. Oh, that's probably why. Because normally if you're thorough enough, you can upgrade your weapon before you reach Old Yharnam. But I guess we could use this stuff for, like... what do you call them? Yeah, we can probably use those for the gun, I guess.
You are a skilled hunter. Adept. Merciless. Not with blood, as the best hunters are.
We've already upgraded most of our stuff, but it's kind of really just up to this stuff here. Yeah. And also, if you didn't know, doing that little swing out attack does like a critical hit whenever you attack. It's real cool. I'm going to peek out just a little bit. Okay, or I guess we aren't. There he goes! Oh, there's the drift. I was wondering where that was. I guess none of these guys died. Yeah, right now we're really just kind of messing around until we find whatever we want, really. And also, I hope y'all are ready to have a heart attack. Boom! had just enough to kill him in our single road camp. Also, the blood tinge is used for the actual gun, so now we can use that. And now, we sprint straight across. We're doing this because there's someone who wants us dead. Right there, I believe. And he's real effective at it. He will get it done. Also, these guys can climb ladders, which is weird. And they can climb this ladder, and also if you climb that one there, you actually get up and can fight the guy who was shooting at us a few seconds ago. But why would you do that? But remember, right, there is nothing of real use down on the ground. Yeah, nothing at all. I should probably be extra careful up here since my controller's drifting a little bit. But yeah, we can hit this and drop that body onto the lamp and set everyone on fire. It's real useful. Okay. Okay, we actually landed. Got real nervous there for a second. You can just roll. There's also another item up there, but it's not really that useful. Roll. Hurry. You can also get this, which is I believe an item for the challenge dungeons. Which they're just kind of cool, I guess. Not really the craziest things you need, but you can really come in handy if you need. Okay, and we're getting close to our first backtrack. Oh, he's following us out, huh? Which we don't really need yet, so we're gonna ignore him until we, we're gonna just ignore him completely. But Bloodborne is one of the games you don't want to stand in one spot just hammering at the same thing over and over. You need to keep moving. Like, you saw how many enemies I've run past by now, and yeah, it's a game where you want to be real selective. Like, you really want to pick and choose your fights. If it's a massive crowd of people, and you know you can, like, one or two shot them, go ahead and kill them all. Why does your sidestep do damage? Doesn't make much sense. It should be a little you. I believe you drop a level 2, don't you? Nah, just a level 1? Ugh. Yeah, at the rate I'm going, I'll be able to level up my gun to max before my sword spear thing. Also, right through that is a boss that we can't get until technically after the boss we're about to fight now, because it unlocks an area if we get kidnapped. Okay, buddy. Come on. Getting away from you. Okay, there you are. Okay, this is real unlucky. Me, the one with the low health chased after me. And did you lose interest? I think I glitched out his AI by getting him to run over here. Actually, while we're at it, we should go ahead and Pungent Blood Cocktail, Fire Paper, And did we get the beast blood yet? No, 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 no. That's coming up. And that's actually right there, if I remember right. When we get here, they burst through this door. Which, let's go ahead and get it. There's nothing stopping us, really. I mean, that's just a shortcut that I'm about to open up. There's a little fella right there waiting to sneak up on you and get you. That's why you grab that. And you come out fully prepared to beat him up. And also, sometimes there's a small amount of time you have to, like, after you deal damage, after you kill an enemy and they're already dead, there's a certain amount of time that you can just wail on them to get your health back. But remember, right, there should be... So this goes all the way back up to where we were earlier, whenever we fell down that little pit thing. Which we don't really need, but it's nice to know that it's here. Like, say if I was new, I'd open that up so I can run straight back down here in case I died during the, whatever it's called. It's the next boss, I just kind of forgot her name. So I'm not going to deal with fighting that thing. It's just a waste of time, really. Get ourselves some bullets. And there you are. Still no bloodstone yet. Okay. We're getting close to be ready, and if, and I really say if, we wanted help for the fight, our buddy right here would be summoned for 1 insight. But for this fight, if you have him, he just really ruins it. Like, if you run out of pungent blood cocktails, then sure, go ahead, feel free. But if not, I don't see the point in why you do it. We're gonna run in. This boss doesn't have any kind of fancy cutscene or anything like that. Just gonna run over here, hook this at the wall. He's gonna come after it. We take our move. And we've already won. I don't think we took any damage, but we also now have the Chalice dungeon thing, which might give us access to the dungeons themselves, which is real cool. Now, in my first time playing this game, after that, I got completely lost. I didn't know where to go, because in most games you'd think, okay, I made it all the way out here. Where do I go now? And just so happens, you go all the way back to the Cathedral Ward, because that's where the next bosses are. And I say next bosses because one of the paths... Well, the paths are real weird. One of them leads to the Witches of Hemwick, which is a weird fight to get to, if I'm being honest. Let's go ahead and... Okay. Repair my spear. now we actually have this for that. We should check and see... Oh yeah, we still don't have that yet.
Well,
Talk to the doll, go ahead and level up
very
again.
well. Let me.
And, let's go ahead and level up our endurance, stamina, and health a little bit. Now, I believe there's more stuff we can get from there. Actually, I think it's fire paper. We can also now buy pungent blood from here, which is very useful. You can also get a lantern, which isn't really the best thing, but it works for what it is. Might as well buy some extra blood in case we need it. And now I believe, if I remember right, we can do this, which is one of the best rune farms, or echo farms, in any of the FromSoft games ever. Let me just pull up the actual thing that it is. Yeah, it's real fun. Because, here's the thing. CUMMFPK. This is the most famous dungeon from Bloodborne, at least that I know of. So you gotta... Because it doesn't require anything to do. It doesn't require a thing at all. And the best thing about it, you may ask, is all you have to do is run forward and then run back, and you can level up countless times, as I will demonstrate right here. Which I won't do this too many times, but as you can see, creatures over there dying already. I'm not even going to go open the main door. We run back over here, it dies. We get like 90,000 echoes, which, if you haven't noticed, our level is level 23. This will probably put us up to like 40 or 50, if I'm right, that is. Because that dungeon is cracked. And one of my favorite little exploits, it's not even really a glitch because it was made to be like that.
Very well. Let me.
It's just real funny, in my own opinion. We can just throw that up to like 30, boost our health to 18, and we can do that many, many times. Like as many times as we really wanted to. But I'm only going to do it that once, because I'm not that cheap. And also, now that we've beaten that boss, Old Yharnam and all that entire area, completely useless now. We go back to Cathedral Ward. What time is it? It's not even 30 minutes into the video. You know, if I remember the path, we might actually be able to go and fight Vicar Amelia now. Actually, no, there's someone else more important first. Because it gets us to an early game area. And we just sit here, get hit a few times. We also want to grab this. Come on, go ahead and hit us. Hit. I don't want you to stun, just hit me. Thank you. Yeah. This boss, basically whenever you die to him, not boss, this enemy in particular, whenever you die to him, he takes you back to the Hypogean jail. The Hypogean, I don't really know how it's pronounced, but hey. It's just a very later game area. And also, this is us getting kidnapped. We're in a burlap sack. And then that's him just leaving us in the cell. I really love it just because of how funny it is. And just because he didn't even lock the door. That's the main part. And we're also about to see the reason why I decided to wear Gascoigne's outfit. I just now realized for the Elden Ring things, I talked through almost every single thing. This one, I don't really care as much, just because, I mean, why would talking really matter in cutscenes that you don't speak or nobody speaks? Like, there's this lady here hiding. Let me talk to her.
Oh, you've come to save me. Oh, I have no words to express my relief. You can take this at least. It's sure to please an upstanding member of the church like you. Oh, thank you so much, dear gods. Thank you. I was seized on the street by the hulking brute in the cathedral ward and locked up here. There were many
that's where we
others,
were.
but they've been taken away. And I've heard moan. So, then the streets are perilous. Perhaps it isn't my place. Do you know some?
There's also another thing that if we had went back to Isikov's clinic and sent her there, she would be dead.
Pray for kind hunter.
Actually, anyone we send to Isikov's clinic will die. Because Isikov isn't Isikov. Or Isakov? Yeah, Isakov was a lady, an actual good doctor. Whenever we first meet her there, at least, I believe. But, in between the time we go back, she was killed. She's dead. And she was replaced by someone who pretends to look like her. This should be number 2, if I remember right. Yeah, Twin Bloodstones. Oop. Let's run on past you. Run up to here. Light on that lantern. And if we were to have gone through that door on the side... Okay, sweet. We got the moon. Which can we use yet? No, we cannot. Then why did I grab it, you might ask? So why not? If I remember right, we go this way to the thing. No, it's down that way. I chose the wrong path. What? Frenzied Cold Blue 8? Which is the one thing I love about this area, because it's the same exact area that you see later in the game. Same exact one. No? Run away from me, coward. There we go. Now we can level up our spear a few more times. And now we should be able to open up this so we don't have to fight our way through that front area again. Which is really annoying. But I love how this is the same area. All the drops and items are, I believe, the exact same, besides locking off a few of the paths. Because this would be an elevator all the way up to the top of Yahar'gul, which you can see up there. But there's nothing there yet. We can get one of the dogs down here to us, which might happen. And we can get a little jump attack on him, but I'm starting to think he might not come to us. We can just run clean on by him. Get out of this corner. And we shove our hand up the pig's rectum. Give him a nice little prostate check, because they're nice. Grab our bolt paper. We could go down that way, but I'm fairly sure there's nothing too important that way. Okay, dog. Come at me. I think you're next, aren't you? Fine with this. You know, the pigs are a lot more dangerous in like a really tight, compact hallway. If you take them out of that, they become a lot weaker. Same thing with the dogs. If you just get them one-on-one, they become a lot less. That's right. And also for this one, all you gotta do is really just slowly walk up behind them. Oh, I messed up. Now we just run past them. Grab this, which is the Tarantus, which we don't need, but we can sell it. And now we're dead. Which luckily we didn't really need to survive this whole thing. Which is lucky enough for us, because now we're going to get, I believe, a set of armor, which is really useful. Which, sadly, is a set of armor that we can only get near this area. And it's one of the best armors, arguably, one of the best armor sets in this stage of the game. Because most armor in this game doesn't do almost anything at all. It's kind of sad how little armor does. Hey, pig. Thank you. This is the main thing we want from this area. The Yahar'gul armor. And we can just go ahead and kill these guys, take all the knowledge. And that's it for this area. But now, we have the Iron Armor. The best defending armor in the game. And also, it's even better in the fact that it can protect you from the enemies trying to kill you. Ooh. Just up to 40 minutes. Now, if I quickly run back to Cathedral Ward, I might just be able... Yeah, I might be able to fight the Vicar Amelia, which would be pretty fun. Real easy this early on, too. But the only downside to that is if you fight Vicar Amelia too early on, it's kind of starts everything ahead. Meaning that if we do fight her, we can't touch the skull of whatever his name is, Ludwig. Which means we have to kill her, but we can't do anything else, really. That is even if we can reach her area already, but I'm not sure if we can or not. I think so. So I believe we can just get up here, and you can open it right here. Closed by a device. Oh, right, I'm dumb. We can't even go there yet. We need to go all the way back down through this whole area. Which is easier said than done, really. And plus we should also upgrade our weapons, since going to the Hypogean jail and getting all the upgrade stuff we need should make our weapon to where it can one-shot most of the normal enemies in the area that we're currently in, which is really useful. Fortify our saw spear only once, because we need 2 more blood 3s. And we don't want to use them on those. Okay, so guess we're going back down already. Which, 40, 56, so we got 20 minutes. We might be able to make it there and back. Oh, and we also need to get that one lady once we're down there, though. Oh, and also, we can find her here now.
Oh, brave hunter. Thank you very much.
And we also get the church vow for females.
Keep the only thing that is my own, if it would. Forgive me, what would a brave hunter do with it, please?
And you can take her up on that offer at any time that you want, but we don't really need it right now, because... Hold up, what was that? I don't remember this. What? Formless Oedon. Messenger Urn Festival? Huh. Well, how do I get out from here? Oh, ha. Drop. I'll say I wasn't really expecting that. I probably remember that, but I've forgotten, so... Okay. Okay. For this we just run straight on through to the machine gun. A machine gun that we're going to directly walk into the bullets of. Which is always what you want to do. I don't think I remember getting this chest last time I was here, which gives us communion, which isn't too important yet. Now you could go the other way, which is a lot shorter, but you could go this way and get a free upgrade item. I believe it should be only a level... Oh, it's a twin. Sweet. Oh wait, what's this? Something I don't really care about. Okay. Now we should have enough again to level up our weapon. But here's the thing. Getting down here is easier said than done. Like that. Ouch. Okay, there is a little thing here it is. Just gently drop down. Don't jump off the edge. Don't say we missed. We didn't miss. Okay, sweet. And with how high our skill is... Okay, man, this drift is starting to get real bad. I am real lucky that my new controller is supposed to be coming in like... the 14th, I think, so only a couple days away. 4. At the very least, that is. Yeah, these guys have come out. This is actually the area that we were in at the beginning, but just in a different part of it. You can get some sweaty clothes, which is always nice. You always want to wear someone's... Oh, ew. Forget about you, doggo boy. Come out here. This? Ah, no. It was a thing, but not a thing that I can do. Okay, we don't go that way, but we go this way. Also, real careful. Which, that thing is terrifying. But it did give us this, which is a really useful item for this early on, at least. I think... No. I don't think. I think I go this way. There's a character here which gives us a free umbilical cord. Which you might be wondering, what did he just say? I just said there's a character that gives us an umbilical cord. And I was right, it was this way. Should be... Oh, okay, we can also bop this down. No, wait, I was wrong. It was in there somewhere. Oh well, too late now. Well, anyway, since we're here, there's only one really important thing in this area to start with. The Vicar Amelia. We don't need to worry about a thing in here before we get up here. We do have to worry about those guys, because they can hit us and actually give us a little bit of frenzy, if I remember right. Which, frenzy in this game and Elden Ring are very similar. They take off a ton of health. You know, I probably should want more health than I have now. Okay, let's go. Ready for the cutscene! Poor old Vicar Amelia. Really sad what they did to her. Did I just die? Wait, what? Oh, I'm stupid. I staggered her and didn't go for her face, didn't I? Yeah, that's on me, that's on me. Yeah. I think I just got a little distracted, because It's real hard to control the character while it's drifting. So I'm like having to focus on many things. I should still have enough fire. I have 1 fire paper. 1 fire paper, more healing. Like 10 minutes. This is gonna be a lot harder now. And I think that's actually the first time I've died to Vicar Amelia. That. Okay, wow, that was real glitchy looking. Yeah, there's 2 areas we can really go from Vicar Amelia, though. Okay. Got 1 last chance for this. You're kidding me, on the wrong side. Can I even hit her from here? Oh, I can. Sweet. Charge. Okay, that time we got her. We got her that time, alright. Good job, good job. So that is the blood-starved beast and good old Vicar Amelia down for the count. And with Vicar Amelia's death, these guys should be selling. They aren't selling. Was it up here then? So I could have swore it was Vicar Amelia that got these. No? Oh, it must be the Witches of Yarnum then. Silly me. We're gonna go ahead and level up a little bit. Should be able to do it a few times at least. Yes. And I think we got another... Yes, we did. Which then we can go into blood gems. Oh, we still only have the 2. Oh well. Actually, oh no, it's not this one, it's the 3rd one that unlocks that, which is the crescent ones. Which are real cool. But it unlocks like a special item, which we actually already have, but we don't have the proper area yet to deal with it. Which is real fun, but let's go ahead, since we have time, I think. Well, we have a little bit. We could go to... Central Yarnum should be the bet. Yeah, Central Yarnum. I think? Great Bridge, maybe? No. Yeah, the Central Yarnum should lead us to the old lady, and since we haven't touched the skull, she should still be there, and the little girl, I believe. Which I think we can save the little girl by telling her parents, she doesn't know where they are. So she goes to Oedon for us. Also, this guy.
I'm Gilbert. You might but this time, whatever your reason.
Yeah, he's already dead. Like, if you come back late enough, he becomes an actual monster. That's not the way I want to go. I want to go this way. So I can cut past all these guys. Get to that one little hallway with the little girl. I can save her. I hope. One-shot him, which is good. So we're just gonna ignore the majority of these people. Because even if they do hit us, it's not gonna be for that much. And they aren't gonna hit us anyway. Okay, we have 5 minutes left to save a child, or at least attempt to save a child, and an old lady. Only downside is, I only know where this little girl is.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Oh, okay. But isn't there something like maybe Mum and Dad is waiting for me to come and find what you think? Yes, okay, thank you. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad. Thank you. I love you almost...
The old lady should be... She's... down that way. Can I get there in, like, 4 minutes? What? I'm not even gonna bother with it. Okay, maybe I should. Maybe I can save her. Okay.
Wretched and trying to boom, heavens. Wretched trying heaven.
Okay, I guess I can't help her. Oh well. So we kind of know where that little old lady is. She's over here somewhere. Question is, will I have enough time to get to her and save her? Don't fall, and I fell. It's really gonna hurt the time here, considering we have 3 minutes to find the old lady and tell her about Oedon. I'm just gonna use like one of the hunter papers and return back so I can end the episode safely. Okay. I'm gonna ignore everything until I reach the old lady. I'm gonna be really pushing this episode close, aren't I? Got plans to the finish on Bloodborne, huh? Just gotta run past him. He won't be able to follow me after a certain amount of distance. Maybe he will. Okay, die so I can tell the old lady where we are. Okay, old lady, die already.
Oh, but if you want to got off your arse, you're obligated to help me. So what, Libby? Are you going to tell? Well, what do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just say, don't you have work? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Old lady is really nice. Now, we will use a bold hunter's mark, which should teleport us back to the dream. Alright. Oh, it must just teleport us back to our last location. Which I believe, if I did this right, the girl should now go to Oedon Chapel in the Cathedral Ward. If not, I might have accidentally just killed her. I hope I didn't kill her, but I very well could have. Let's take a peek. There's that dude. There's the old lady. Oh, no little girl. I think I killed her. Oops. Well, I suppose that is all for this episode. Well. Have a great day, y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy. Bye.